Hey, what's up, party people? This is Mark from Sugar Ray, and we are going to be in the hang. We want you, not you, but you to come on in and watch us, please. We heard a lot of the naysayers and a lot of, the repercussions and people saying, enjoy your 15 minutes, and we're like, yeah, we're going to enjoy this, man. This is an amazing run we're doing. But at the same token, we've always been like really embodied in humor, this band. We started for a good time 10 years ago, and we're still having a good time. So we decided to like laugh in the face of adversity and go, you know what, if this is it, who cares? You know what I mean? Let's name the record 14 minutes, 59 seconds, and just, let everybody know that we're sort of in the know. Like we don't think we wrote the Beatles catalog because we wrote one hit. Fly basically showed me, and through our producer David Kahn, where my voice wants to be. What the band basically is good at. So I don't want to say we wrote 15 Flies. We were gravitating towards that in this record. More harmonies, better songwriting, and melodies. Just concentrate on that a little more. We still rock. We'll always rock because that's what we got in this for. Knowing the origin of the band, how it started in my mom's garage, and I can still see it very vividly, like the rakes hanging there and my broken dirt bike and stuff, and just thinking that we've come to this level now. We're selling records like all these charts magazines. I used to read Billboard and Hits and things like that. Seeing our name in there is just like, it's like surreal. It's like we're the Make-A-Wish Foundation band. We love the hip-hop soundscape, the environment that it creates and sort of the sounds you can get from drum loops and things like that. So we try to create that with rock music as opposed to the yo-yo-yo, you know what I'm saying, stuff. So I thought that was very accurate because a lot of times we've sort of been pretty fly for a white guy type of band. People think we're trying to like represent something. We come from Newport Beach, you know what I mean? I really, especially when I'm on the bus traveling, really admire Willie Nelson. I'm looking out the windows and you just put on Willie Nelson. It's like, it's the soundtrack for life, So that would be great ever to collaborate with him because we love to collaborate, but he probably wouldn't do it. We tend to let people run up on stage and high five, do whatever you do, hug or whatever. And this girl comes up and she's running at me and I'm like, oh, whatever, didn't look like a psycho or anything. And she's on her knees, and I'm like, yeah, all right, simulating fellatio or whatever it is, however you say it. And all of a sudden, I'm looking this way and I feel this clamping on my bits and pieces, She's went, ugh, and she's like a pit bull locked onto my, my unit. And I didn't wear any underwear that day because I'd run out, so I'm rocking no underwear. I got my Dickies on. She bit right through my Dickies and drew blood.
We've always said, yeah, we're not the best players, we're not the best songwriters, but we do give like all we can at every given moment. I mean, we didn't think we'd get here by being like virtuosos on our instruments, but the one thing that we did do is just. We had a lot of persistence, we did not give up, and someone told me once that 95% of success is just showing up. This time when we got to go to recording studio and we put up a basketball hoop and, we had a pool table and stuff, whereas before, we were in a dingy rehearsal studio with like barely electricity, so you live better, you tour better, you have a nicer bus or like, you play bigger venues, and so there are perks, but then there's also the downside of that, which is like, you get inflated egos and you get people thinking, don't they know who I think I am, We all went to high school together, and that's why I think like our friendship is so strong, because we've just known each other. We know when someone's going to go up and talk to that girl, you can predict certain members doing certain things. But Mark in high school got the hot cheerleaders, and Mark, and he wasn't in a band or anything. He was just like the hot kind of like guy in the middle of the quad, like doing his like dog and pony show. So to me, it's just like he's just now doing like different levels of stuff, whereas before he was like the guy in the cover of the yearbook. Now he's just on cover of Cosmopolitan. So I expect it. It's totally typical Mark. The Orange County scene that we grew up in. There's a heavy surf, skate, snowboarding culture down there that just kind of, people will go surfing in the morning and they'll drive to the local mountains and snowboard all day and come home and, party all night. So we grew up around that kind of, culture, although we were not really involved in it. I mean, Murphy, our bass player, he skateboards and I snowboard a little bit, but that's the kind of environment we grew up in, and there was a lot of stuff happening down there, like bands like Korn and Rage Against the Machine from there, and that was like a really kind of underground type of movement. I grew up listening to like a lot of mod music, like the Jam, and like the Style Council even it formed out of that. The Who were a big influence in my life, Keith Moon included, you know. Well, one of the weirdest things is we were in, I think in Manchester, in England, and we had some kid came backstage and wanted to have something signed, and we was like, well, what, do you have a piece of paper or a CD? What do you have? And he pulled up his pant leg and took off his wooden leg, and had to sign his wooden leg, and then he just like stuck it back on, pulled his pants down, and left, and it was just like, cuckoo. It was really weird, man.